Our first state freshman took over the spotlight recently in some rich competition at Harrington Raceway. Let's see who became our new young four-legged champs. Each of the 4 Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund Finals for 2-year-olds went behind the gate with a purse of $100,000, and let's see who visited victory lane. First, let's take a look at the freshman trotting fillies as Disco Soleil picked up the victory.
Field races into that first turn once again. Royal Locket, a 2.5 length lead over Dark Duchess. Disco Soleil back to the outside. Star Time has the rail right alongside Sierra's Choice. Then comes Command the Day. They race up the backstretch. Royal Locket being joined now by Disco Soleil. Disco Soleil on the outside. Up to get the lead. They go to 3/4. Disco Soleil. Sierra's Choice moves up into second. Dropping back is Royal Locket third off the rail. That's Dark Duchess 3/4, 132-1 for Disco Soleil. Right there is Sierra's Choice in second. Up into third, Dark Duchess, and that's it right now at the top of the stretch. Disco Soleil. Here's Sierra's Choice coming to the outside, coming through the stretch. Disco Soleil's got the lead. Disco Soleil's in front. Sierra's Choice, a good second, followed by Dark Duchess third. 201-4.
Disco Soleil crossed the finish line in 201-4 and paid over $20 to win. The daughter of CR Commando picked up her first career win in her second lifetime start. Rod Allen is the breeder, owner, trainer, and driver for Disco Soleil. Let's send it over to Assistant General Manager Matt Sparacino in the winner's circle.
I am joined by Rod Allen, winning driver aboard Disco Soleil. Rod, you've had a lot of success with young trotters over the years, and of course you were connected to the sire, CR Commando. Tell us about Disco Soleil.
I had a good teacher. Dad was a good teacher. This filly just was late coming, and this program suited her perfect. I got caught a little bit late, didn't get in the first leg, but we made up for it tonight.
Tell us about last week. She had some late trot last week, and that being just her first lifetime start. What were your thoughts going in with the unfortunate draw from outside post 7 and what looked like a pretty wide open group of fillies?
Well, it's always a cavalry charge here in the first turn, but if you can step out of the gate the first few steps, then you can make up your mind whether you're going or not. And I got a little fortunate, and somebody had some bad luck on the inside, and I ducked in.
And how did you feel once you was able to make the lead? Did you feel turning for home that you were going to have enough?
I don't know if she knew she had to go around one more turn, but she hung on and she raced good.
Well, congratulations, Rod Allen, owner, trainer, driver, does it all, Disco Soleil.
Now we'll check out Just As Striking in his divisional final for 2-year-old trotting colts.
They went by the half in 102 and 3. They make the way into the clubhouse turn. Just As Striking. Racing up on the outside, Say Gesundheit toward the rail is Rich and Royal. Outside, Phantom Feet into fourth with the rail fifth. And making a break, Dr. Grinch. And Brace the Grind is up into fifth now. Has made up about 10 lengths as they head up the backstretch toward 3/4. Just As Striking. Say Gesundheit right alongside toward the rail, Rich and Royal. Back to the inside goes Phantom Feet and Brace the Grind on the outside, moving up. They go by 3/4 now in 132 and 3, and they're on the final turn. And Just As Striking still there. Outside is Say Gesundheit toward the rail, Rich and Royal. All the way up in fourth now is Embrace the Grind, and Embrace the Grind is 3 wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. Just As Striking has the lead. Just As Striking, Say Gesundheit. Rich and Royal toward the rail, coming toward the wire. Just As Striking does it. Just As Striking, Say Gesundheit, Rich and Royal.
Just As Striking, owned by breeders E&K Stable, Earl and Lois Walters, along with Paul Williamson, went from wire to wire for the 201-4 victory. The son of Anders Bluestone broke his maiden with this race and paid $55.60 to win. He's trained and driven by Eddie Dennis.
Tell us how that race unfolded for you as a driver.
As a driver, I wanted to get away hopefully behind the 7 horse, which is the favorite. He's won the last 2 races. I've been kind of racing mine conservatively, teaching him and stuff like that. And tonight I drew the inside, and the mishap of the 7-horse put me in a good spot, and my colt was ready to go.
You're the trainer on this horse too, right? And so tell us how that relationship is. How's the horse in the barn and in the paddock?
He's great. I mean, he's got a great personality, and he likes to do his work. He has from day one. Nothing really bad to say about him, and tonight it just topped it all off.
Now, is there a routine or anything that you like to stick to, a schedule, anything like that?
No, not really. It's pretty much simple. As a matter of fact, the last 2 weeks I haven't even trained him any. I've just jogged him really good, and seems like he's really like that. His attitude's good, and he's performed both weeks that way great. Up until then, he got, get trained and stuff like that in between starts. But the last 2 weeks, just trying to keep him happy and fresh.
Do you have any quirks or any favorite foods or anything you like to share?
No, he likes to do his work and then leave him alone and let him eat his hay, and whatever he wants to do in the stall. Then when we're not there, that's on him.
Moving on to the pacing filly division, it was the Lady Sheriff laying down the law in her rich final.
They went by the half in 58 seconds into that turn once again. It's the Lady Sheriff on top. On the outside, moving up quickly, in and out again into second, back to third. Roddy's at it again. Golden Wiglet fourth. Down inside, Vista Mista fifth. They head up the back stretch. The Lady Sheriff leads by about a length, with in and out again, racing on the outside toward the rail. Roddy's at it again. Golden Wiglet is fourth, down inside fifth. Vista Mista to the outside, and Niki. Then comes Lynx's Lady dropping out of it, Miss Giggles. 3/4 in 1:26 4/5 around the final turn. It's still the Lady Sheriff. The Lady Sheriff a length and a half. Back into second, Roddy's at it again, dropping back now a bit. Is in and out again, forcing Golden Wiglet 3 wide. They straighten away. It's the Lady Sheriff on top. Roddy's at it again, looses Vista Mista. Here comes Vista Mista after the Lady Sheriff. The Lady Sheriff in front.
The Lady Sheriff, bred and owned by George Teague and K&R Racing, cut out the fractions and was victorious in a best of 155-2. The daughter of Southwind Lynx, trained by Clyde Francis, was the favorite in the race and scored with Montrell Teague driving.
I am joined by Montrell Teague, winning driver aboard the Lady Sheriff. Montrell, tell us about this filly. She was able to get through both of her eliminations with victories. How confident were you from post 2 tonight?
Definitely beat post 8 with the, I see Brenna got, but she was really good. I mean, she can leave the gate real fast. We made some adjustments to the hobbles, and she's a little bit more, less shuffly gated now, so I think she has a bright future.
She seems to be headed in the right direction. You were able to work out some great trips with her in both week 1 and week 2 of the eliminations, and we're able to shave some time for a new lifetime mark here. Are you looking forward to taking her to Dover?
Yeah, I think she can only get faster on a 5/8 instead of a half, so hopefully I get my way like I usually, like I did the past couple times, but she's good out of a hole too, so I think she's going to be all right.
Now you race the mom, I believe, Sheriff Sale. You guys race a lot of homebreds now. That's got to be enjoyable knowing that you've got a history with sometimes the sire and the dam, and does this filly show any tendencies of her mom, and how much do you enjoy, racing the offspring of horses that you've campaigned in the past?
It's been good. I mean, Dad's done a great job of selecting the brood mares that he wants to keep and breed. Her mother had a great future ahead of her. She kept on bow independent, so Dad just bred her to Southwind Lynx, and we got a good one.
Well, from all of us here at Harrington Raceway, congratulations to all the connections of the Lady Sheriff, winner of the filly pacing final.
Finally, for the freshman pacing colts, we saw Chillaxin Away score in an easy 5-length victory.
They went by the half, 57 seconds on the way to the backstretch. Chillaxin Away has the lead. That's Dashiki on the outside. Keep My Wiggle Game Tight has the rail. Another 2 lanes. Olivia's Island Boy toward the inside number to count. They continue up the backstretch toward 3/4 with Chillaxin Away having the lead by a length and a half. Chillaxin Away, Dashiki on the outside. Down toward the rail, Keep My Wiggle Game Tight. And then it's about 4 lanes to number to count. No one else in it right now. Getting room is Air Spender. They come to the top of the stretch. Chillaxin Away has a 2-lane lead. Chillaxin Away, Keep My Wiggle Game Tight on the outside. Dashiki on the far outside is Air Spender. They come toward the wire. Under wraps is Chillaxin Away. Chillaxin Away's got it. And then it's going to be Dashiki and Keep My Wiggle Game Tight in 1:53 4.
Chillaxin Away, bred and owned by Joanne Looney King, set off all the fractions on his way to a best time of 1:53.4. The son of Roddy's Bags Again and prominent racing mare Shakeaway was the heavy favorite for driver Vic Kirby and conditioner Jim King Jr.
Tell us how that race unfolded.
Well, having the rail really helped, and only 2 horses left against me, so just kind of let the dust get settled, and having what I thought was the best horse in the race move to the front and let him take care of the rest. Thanks to Jim and Joanne.
Jim, this horse, tell us about this 2-year-old. He had a rough start to his career, made a break in his first start, has really turned it around since then.
Yeah, he's always showed a little talent. I just needed to finish putting the right equipment on him, and he comes from a pretty good family. All the boys out of the mare have been really good horses, and unfortunately the girls haven't, but I got a couple more boys to follow this one.
And he's referring to, of course, the Dam Shakeaway, who was a top mare here for a number of years, and this, of course, is one of her offspring, Chillaxin Away. Tell us how you felt going into the race after last week. Really worked out a good trip, was able to prevail, drew the rail tonight. How much did you like your chances?
Well, I thought, barring anything really foolish, a horse making a break in front of him or something, that, he's had better than just a good chance. I thought he was the best.
And tell us if there's anything on the schedule rest of the year other than going to Dover, and how do you think he'll do on the big track?
He's in for nothing except for all Delaware stuff. I don't think the big track will affect him at all.
We'd also like to give a shout out to the consolation winners. First, Gettin' Ziggy Witted, owned by Breakaway Racing, won the 2-year-old trotting division in 207 for trainer Nick Callahan, with Corey Callahan driving. For the freshman pacing filly consolation, it was Carolina Shag, owned by Forrest Bartlett, in 1:58.4 for trainer Kevin Lair and reinsman Mike Cole, picking up the victory. And in the 2-year-old pacing colt division, a wiggle and a giggle, owned by Tim Hunderfunt, crossed the wire in 1:57.4 for conditioner Joe Hunderfunt Jr. with driver Alan Davis. Congratulations to our freshman Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund winners and their connections.